Welcome to our UU Sunday Service online edition. We're coming directly from our parlor here in downtown Holton, Maine. We want to thank you for joining us for this fantastic celebration this Sunday for Beltane Eve. We want to thank you for taking part of your day, or spending part of your day with us. Oh, do not tell the priest of our plight, for he would call it sin. But we've been out in the woods all night, a-conjuring summer in. And we bring you news by word of mouth, good news for cattle and corn. Now has the sun come up from the south, with oak and dash and thorn. And Dale?
A madrigal.
Have you ever seen, in person or on a video somewhere, a herd of cows being led out to pasture after spending all winter in the barn? They're running and kicking up their heels, celebrating their freedom. If I could jump and click my heels, I'd be doing that now. After a winter that felt long because of its later start, we rejoiced to the warming air and the, oh my God, look at all the mess that was buried under the snow.
Yep.
In the Celtic lands, this season was celebrated 6 to 12 weeks ago, but here spring comes a bit more slowly. Finally, we can see the evidence for ourselves. Pussy willow buds, the forsythia beginning to bloom, crocus and daffodils making their presence known. It's a time to rejoice and make merry. We have survived the dark and cold another year. The rivers run clear of ice, and we head outdoors to dig up parsnips, greet newborn goats and calves, hatch chicks, and start preparing the garden. Let's see. Good. Would you like to light the chalice? Or maybe Corbin. Either one. Whoever wants to do it. Someone just got the side eye. We light this chalice for growth, healing, and vitality for our community and the world. For candles of joys and concerns, we each fare better if we can share our progress or setbacks with others. Sharing milestones strengthens community. I'll light the first one. Multiple candle for everything going on in the world today, and hoping for a safe trip home for Dave and family for their trip down south.
No, you don't need to do that.
I'm going to light a candle for our friend here in Ockaway who lost her brother this week after a bad fall. Yes. Died down the back of her.
I light my candle of rejoicement. I just got my e-course completion certificate because I got done with the e-course course. So all I have to do is show up for motorcycle riding lessons on June with it and my gear.
I'd like to light another candle for Neil, made by No Pam from working with her, and used Mailboxes International for many years because I live in New Brunswick and got my U.S. mail over here. And I just think about his many acts of kindness and helping people that nobody ever knew about. But he was a very generous person.
This is an multi-purpose candle, as always. My aunt is still looking for a puppy, 2-year-old to be trained for MS and sport, where she just lost her dog back in March with cancer. Where she rescued it, he was abused, and that's what caused his cancer. So still praying for that. And I'm thankful for my friends, my family, and a new friend I gained here at the church. I'm thankful for those, and it's just nice to have a new family to come to on Sundays.
This is a candle of joy because yesterday was one of the best days I've had since I've moved here. It's been really tough moving away from family. You know, we moved here with a 2-month-old. My parents haven't seen him since, and my siblings, my extended family, Joshua's extended family. But yesterday we watched the canoe race, and then we were at the playground all day, and it was just warm and sunny, and it was like what my soul needed. I needed sunshine, I needed warmth. It's hard to come by here. But I just walked away, you know, just so thankful that I just got to have this day with the kids, and yeah, it felt a little bit more like home. And I love coming here, so thank you.
And this is a candle that kind of continues this message, but the snow is gone, we're all outside, roof work is going ahead with a lot of places, and let's make sure we're safe out there, but we enjoy it. It's just wonderful to be able to do all that work outside again.
It's another bit of a multifaceted candle. It's good to be back after a long absence for the first time in nearly a decade, I have a job that's not open on weekends. So, and things have been going pretty well for us. We closed our house in August. We made it through the first winter, replaced the furnace, and now we're just finishing packing and unpacking and getting settled in. So hope to be making it more often.
I'm grateful for yesterday and making new friends.
Thank you.
Concern and joy, because yesterday we were able to spend outside lots of good time doing church and home chores for today and beyond into the season of summer, spring. And we were able to also go to a dinner at the Elks Club, spaghetti supper and silent auction and live auction for a lovely family who's going through a cancer battle. So we hope that Mark Casey and his family stay strong and get through their fight. And everybody else who has someone.
Boy, that's
This is a candle for joy, for happy memories of my childhood in my elementary school, where we always celebrated on May 1st by putting crepe paper around the flagpole in front, and we danced and danced. And then in my former church in Bath, there were lots of folks who were part of a Morris dancers group. They used to go bless gardens that were coming up. They would get requests. They had bells on their ankles, and they would dance, and little piccolo players would play. So this brings back a lot of happy memories today. Do you want to share?
Yeah, Fred has said he had.
Yeah.
Okay. This is also for Fred.
My purpose for the candle is to express thanks, partially for the fact that my heel is getting better and healing up slower than I'd like, but it is healing, and probably a large part of that is because I've had so much good attention, whether I wanted it or not, from Leigh, who's keeping me to the specific instructions from the doctor. And I'd also like to say thanks to people who have helped, people here in the church who have helped with transportation issues, helped getting me out to the car even when it was muddy and mucky out, and then back in after doctor appointments and getting to the church. So I am blessed.
And a silent candle, they'll all be for a silent candle for anyone they want to mention who couldn't make it today, if you want to bring them into our community, or any other things. I will mention one that I thought of after I sat down. Fred and I do go into a program called Second Life, where there are other people that we interact with, and we just found out this week that one of the women who ran one of the events that we go to died. She had an aneurysm a couple of months ago, and ever since they sent her home, she could not keep down any food, and she eventually starved to death because she couldn't eat. She could not keep anything down. So the surgery went well, but she did not recover from it.
Evie?
The Martin family, the Foster Kinney family, and the Ward family.
Lance?
Sean, Gavin, Mary.
Our neighbors.
Sean.
Tom.
My friend Jessica, she's about the same age as me, actually a little bit younger. She's just diagnosed with lung cancer.
At the hymn, page 21, and you
Please stand if you are able.
Traditionally, Beltane begins at sundown tonight and ends at sundown tomorrow, May 1st. In some places, the revels last all night and into the day. It is what is known as a cross-quarter day, halfway between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. It's the traditional beginning of summer because it begins the quarter of the year with the longest days. It's a season of immense change. There's tangible evidence that the wheel of the year has turned and seems to have sped up. The days are longer, it's warmer. At the spring equinox, new life was beginning to emerge and the snow was receding. Here at the beginning of May, there are flowers, trees are leafing out, and the wildlife is on the move. The earth is definitely getting reborn. Like Samhain, which lies directly opposite from Beltane on the wheel of the year, this was seen as a time when the veil between the world was at its thinnest. At Samhain, the veil that thins is between the world of the living and the world of the dead. At this time of year, it's the veil between the human world and the world of fairies and nature spirits that grows thin. Now is the time for leaving offerings at ancient fairy forts, wells, and other sacred places to entice the nature spirits to ensure a successful growing season. Originally, rather than being fixed between the equinox and solstice, the people took their cues from the landscape itself. Some sources indicate that the blooming of the hawthorn was the primary signal for when the crops were planted and livestock was moved to summer pastures. As at Samhain, bonfires were lit and the livestock was moved between the fires to ensure the health of the animals over the summer. Humans were, of necessity, much more connected to the rhythms of the earth long ago than we are today. All this frenzied growth and warm breezes stirred the senses and invited people to throw off their heavy winter clothing and frolic in the fresh air. These days we call it spring fever and try to control the energies with bouts of cleaning. In antiquity, the energy and urges brought forth were spent at festivals and other more intimate activities. Why, in these modern times, would we be interested in reawakening celebrations found in more primitive times? For us, the solstices, equinoxes, and cross-quarter days help us connect with the seasons and the cycles of Earth. They give us a template from which we can make plans and strategies for the future. Being attuned to the Earth can also assist us with our own spiritual growth as well. The fertility of the Earth at Beltane can also inspire fertility of thought and the budding and growth of new ideas. Questions to ask yourself. What do you want to work toward in the coming weeks and months? Include intentions you want to grow in your life and things you want to fulfill by autumn. I'll give you a moment to think about each of these. What currently enlivens you? Or what are you inspired to focus your energy on at this time? Which of your strengths can you utilize to boost your self-confidence in order to reach your goals? You may want to think of the answers to these questions as you prepare to weave the Maypole, setting your intentions for the coming season. Ah, the Maypole. Another symbol associated with Beltane, whose roots are lost in antiquity. Bad pun. The Maypole has been alternately celebrated and outlawed, gone in and out of fashion. During the Reformation, celebrations of the Maypole were outlawed as un-Sunday-like. The Reformists despised the mixed gender dancing, flirting, drunkenness, and merrymaking. The festivities were reinstated during the Restoration, and by the 1880s, the Maypole was a common sight again. But it wasn't until the 1930s that it became common for children to be the dancers. Historians believe that the first Maypole dance originated as part of Germanic fertility rituals, where they would dance around the living tree on May 1st. Those in Sweden perform it during their midsummer celebrations. For us, the Maypole symbolizes the weaving of things both physical and spiritual into our lives. It may stand for a new job or dwelling, or more creativity, patience, courage, generosity, and other positive traits. It also helps tighten the bond with community, the belonging we have been learning about this year in the services we've had previously. It's extremely difficult to weave a Maypole by yourself. And try it, yeah, right. As we weave the pole, we weave our lives together to make a beautiful tapestry. Since we will be doing a Maypole dance in a few minutes, it may be helpful to share some instructions so you don't get left out. From the time you hand one end of your ribbon to the person attaching it to the pole, be sure to hold on tight to your ribbon. Otherwise, you may be left out, squinting at your ribbon 5 to 10 feet above your head as it flaps in the breeze. Sometimes we've had some tall people be able to catch them, but not always. After all the ribbons are attached and the pole is in the ground, form an even circle, evenly spaced circle, I should say, around the Maypole, and pull your ribbon in a straight line from the pole to you. And you may have to kind of, okay, my ribbon's actually attached on the other side, so you may have to like weave between people and get to the other side. So it takes a little while to jockey around and make sure everybody's kind of in line with their ribbon. And hold it taut, but don't pull on it, because that's not good either. Okay. We will count off by 2s. The 1s will turn to the left. The 2s will turn to the right. When instructed to start, the 1s will proceed clockwise around the pole, and the 2s will proceed counterclockwise. Try to make sure your ribbon is fairly taut to ensure an even weave. When we begin, the 1s will move to the outside, so left, clockwise, outside for the 1s, right, counterclockwise, inside for the 2s, for the first person they pass, and then they alternate in, out, in, out, in, out, so that you make a basket weave kind of thing on the pole. Okay. Again, the positions are switched when meeting the second person, so if you start going out, then the next person is in, then the next one is out, and you get the idea. Okay.
And if anyone lacks ribbon, we have miles of it available.
We have plenty of ribbon if you don't have one. Okay. Continue alternating this way until you run out of ribbon, have lost your ribbon, or are tied to the pole. Simple.
Don't get tied to the pole.
When your ribbon's too short to continue, or the crush of people too great, you know, as you get closer and closer, you can't get nearly 30 people around the pole if you've only got 5 feet to work in. Pass your ribbon to the person, probably me, who will join it with others and braid them together and tie them to the pole. If done perfectly, the ribbons will be neatly woven around the pole from top to bottom. In reality, we will achieve a much more interesting pattern. This sharing of the Maypole is a communion of the spirit. It makes our UU community the unique and special place that it is. It's not a perfect place, but it is a place of fertile minds, fiery hearts, and most importantly, of faithful spirits. Blessed be. Let's dance. Well, let's put out the chalice.
I'll take that.
And I have some flowers here. Are you going to dance with me to the top of the pole?
I'll go with you, otherwise you might get tied to the pole. I'll get confused. It's really confusing the first time you've done it, and I haven't done it in a really long time.
So this is Fred at the apex of things, where everything gets attached together with some forsythias that will be at the top of the maypole. We're ready. Let's put the maypole in the ground.
Okay, everybody watch your length.
Everybody up.
We don't want to lose any ribbons or any people.
Wow. It's just starting to rain,
but we can get this dance in. It'll fix itself.
Bring some too.
You really got to take that one for you. Yeah, it's like try to get people to pack it off. And their favorite food is pizza. If you put pizza, they didn't rip it out. And then your husband picked up a full piece of pizza and he washed it and the kids still talked about how funny it was. And Nathan's favorite food is pizza. Whatever. Are we good?
going under me and then over the next person.
Yeah, it's happening, right? I'm just getting my drink.
Excellent job, everybody. Good drumming, too. Where's the drummer?
So fun. That was. It was great. Something totally different. Yeah. And now this year's colors are Leigh! That's Leigh's! Leigh's knife! And Leigh's standing right there. But all the years past ribbons came down and you can see the underlayers. Yeah, that way. So cool. And I like the forsythians. Our friends of ours, they put on the top of their Maypole when they had their first year. Here's what I mean, it was a silk. Yeah. You know, so, but she took the silks and put it on the top, and it's like, yeah, nice. All the ribbons that she had for everybody who was coordinating with her every day. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. And that was our first year here, so we did it at a friend's house. Cool. And that was the day that they announced they had their baby. You did. You did awesome. Kara and Gabe's, the May Day at their place our first year here. Because that's when they...
We want to thank everybody for tuning in today. If you'd like to show your support, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel if you're not already subscribed, and help us out by sharing this message by clicking the share button. If you'd like to make a monetary donation to you, Church Holton, there is a link to our online donations in the video description down below. And again, thank you so much and have a blessed day.